Should Nigerian or Ghanaians be asking this kind of questions? Why or why not? We'll talk after the. Okay, all right, welcome back to my channel. Well, Kamasha just stated that. I want to say a big thank you again to every one of you that have really been behind me, pushing me to how far I've come or how far I've gone in terms of the number. I will still, plea or implore you, if you're seeing my face for the very first time, to subscribe to the channel. Support me in that way by helping me or helping the channel to grow. Give it a thumbs up, like and share, so that at least I will start getting that kind of views or recommendation from YouTube, to share this video, to share the videos to those who might really benefit from it. So after all that being said, if you see following the titles of this video, you will know what I'm about to actually say. Then the thing is, I really have been getting this kind of questions from people, like from my friends or colleagues back home, and like people really have been asking me these questions. Is Malta still worth coming to, despite probably what they've been hearing or seeing online? Okay, let us discuss. And from my own point of view, I will share what I think with you. So let's dive right into it. First of all, I want to say it or kind of split it or explain my idea, my opinion rather, with some facts and some rumors. Something I think are still rumor. I'm talking of uncommon opinion now. So with that, I think you'll be able to digress, or you'll be able to derive or get some point from it and really feel if there is a need for you to still go ahead with your plan of coming to Malta. So let's go by how or what I listed out as the point to share with you. Number one, for the facts, let me just work on the facts now. Facts. First of all, if you look at it, I mentioned Malta. Everyone probably must have been hearing people say it. You must have come across it on so many YouTube channels. Like people really must have told you that Malta remains and is still part of the Schengen countries. Being part of the Schengen, that's the remain fact, and you know what that stands for, what that means for you. A quick example. My former apartment mates, at least they were able to at least exploit the opportunity derived from such status. We are all here as a student, and we are also working part-time. And one of them was able to at least save some little funds from what he earned and to travel to Spain. That's actually visited Spain. This is not like rumor, fact. We were together. He went to Spain to spend like about 4 or 5 days. And then I think he was able to meet a friend of friends. And after coming from that trip, he was he made an arrangement to still go to Portugal with the other apartment mate before we kind of change our apartment. So that's not just for today. So you see that because he has a student status, a resident permit, temporary resident permit on the student visa, that allows him visa-free access to Spain and to Portugal. We were even thinking of going to Italy, and there's a tendency that I might try to visit Italy to renew my passport. So you see, that's the fact. These are one of the benefits you would enjoy for coming to Malta. If you can at least benefit or enjoy a privilege like this, you know what it means for you. So I think you might look into that and want to consider coming. The second point is ideal opportunities in Malta. For a fact, yes. This is not like me hyping. This is not like me trying to push you and force you to get in the system. There are opportunities in Malta. Just learn one thing. Every part of the world now, based on the pressure, now they open up the border because of COVID. Now I think they are trying to manage the kind of inflow based on the fact that they didn't really make preparation in terms of accommodation for the influx. So now, based on those pressure, they are trying to adjust the regulations or laws of migrating to the country. If you get into Malta legally, nicely, following the right channel, there are opportunities in Malta for sure. This is fact. I can tell you for a fact that I have gotten about three nice good job, like nice job, three good job really. But I could not really take up the job because they wanted me to join them on a full-time basis. Based on the fact that I'm familiar with what is going on, the abuse that probably has led to why the government is kind of strict on the rules. Initially, where students will just after 2 3 months in class, they convert to full-time work permit. Now the government has, I think I've said that enough in some of my videos where I said they've kind of made it mandatory somehow, indirectly, that at least you will present a letter of completion or at least a degree from the school that brought you in. And if you do not go by that and you still went ahead to apply for or try to convert yourself to work permit, telling the employer to do that for you, if you get refused, your status as a student rather has been cancelled. I do not encourage you to take that part. At least complete a year program, so you have that one to give to the recruiter. I got a nice offer from a security firm based on my security background and experience. I got once they want me to be like more of, work under my own supervision, like a family company and a pharmaceutical company. They want me to be part of the production with a nice, minimum wage, with a nice wage at least, the official. And those one too, when I told them I'm part-time, if they would just allow me at least do one or two, finish my program. So they were reluctant to wait for me and other stuff. I got another one too that said they would have loved to employ me, but they want full-time. So I just have to forfeit that. This opportunity that I got within how many months? 3 months or so that I'm in Malta, and yet at least I'm still doing something part-time. So there are opportunity. It is basically in the hospitality sector, you will find something easily, particularly this September. I will discuss that in this next video when I'm talking about a topic relating to that. So there are opportunities here. If you're in Monday, just take your time, be patient, you would enjoy it. I'm telling you, I'm going to lay more emphasis on that in my next video. Then number 3, right? Can relocate with your family to Malta. You can't relocate with your family under the normal condition. Talking of work permit. As a student, no. That's the fact. I'm talking of fact now. As a student, no. But as once you begin to work, you can bring in your family if you meet the conditions relating to family reunion visa. I will do a separate videos on that. I think I was able to get one or two research, and I found out some things, the requirements. I will do a separate video on that. You can relocate or bring your family in when you eventually start working full time. We will talk on that in my next when I'm doing a video relating to that. Now, number 4, can you get citizenship in Malta? It is still fact. Yes, you can get a citizenship status in Malta. You can become a citizen of Malta. It kind of maybe take a longer time. Now, the research, or from what I found out from one or two persons that I've been able to talk to, I think there was someone who said he has spent over 90 years now and is waiting for his approval. And I feel and I believe something happened. He might not really come in through the normal process. If you stay your normal 5 years and get your permanent resident, the permanent resident status they will give you would last for 5 years. After that, you are then qualified to apply for your citizenship passport. Then the process of answering or approving that, giving that, it might take maybe additional 2 3 years or so. So what I'm saying is, I am not still going to say confirmed information that This is the exact year it is. So that should be under not sure. But for a fact, you can actually become a citizen of Malta. Sure. Probably after like 12, 13 years. But I don't know the actual, so I'm not going to tell you the exact year it is, but you can become a citizen of Malta. Then number 5, educational system recognized globally. Is Malta educational system recognized globally? Yes, it is. The beauty of it is that the last colonial master was UK. So this is why English was able, like, kind of, they were able to introduce UK. I mean, English as one of the official language. They speak their other Maltese language, which is kind of like an infusion of probably Arabic, Italians, or something like that, because this were their former colonial master before UK took over. And then when UK stayed with them, and then everything. So these programs, all the programs in Malta are done in English. All the schools are okay. Maybe one or two person might want to come up and counter that. But for the fact, what I know is I do not think I have seen any school in Malta where they will say what is mode of instructions, or the language of instruction, the language of is Maltese or whatever. No, all the program, for the fact that all that I'm saying is all the programs or the courses are done in English, and therefore this would be globally recognized. And another thing is their MQ level 4 is MQ level 5. MQ level 4 is that like that of the diploma. MQ level 5 like the HND, then MQ level 6 like the BSc. So the way they do it is like kind of one behind that of UK and Ireland. So their MQ level 5 is equivalent of MQ level 6 in Ireland and UK. And MQ level 6, which is the BSc, is equivalent of MQ level 7 and 8. Rather, MQ level 6 is equivalent of MQ level 8, right, in Ireland. And so like that. Their masters at this MQ level 7 here is equivalent of MQ level 9 in Ireland. So it is globally recognized. Just know that. This is where I'm going to stop for the fact. Now, let me quickly go to the rumor. Now, I stumbled on, or one person was like having this discussion with me and say, it's like you cannot get a permanent resident status in Malta any longer. They said they are no longer doing that. No. Under rumors, no, I do not think that has been confirmed as fact. It is not possible. While we were having that kind of discussion, I still went online to check their website, and I still discover it is still written there. Their website says third country national who have been legally and continuously residing in Malta for a period of 5 years or more. That is getting a long-term residence. If you know that's permanent residence status, if you want to become a permanent resident in Malta, you probably would have stayed in Malta for 5 years continuously, legally and continuously for 5 years. Have stable and regular source of income. You see, then have their own accommodation. At least you would have a place where you stay that's registered under authority. Then full integration measure outlined in subsidy legislation 207 may apply for the long-term resident status. The status of long-term resident is permanent, and the resident permit would be issued for a period of 5 years. So they will give you the resident permit for a period of 5 years, and that means if you have stayed 5 years in Malta, what am I saying? Remember when we're talking about citizenship status, it means if you have been in Malta, if you stayed in Malta legally for 5 years, you are qualified to apply for the long-term resident status, which would means you've been issued a permanent resident card that will last for a period of 5 years. And I think if you have been a permanent resident status for 5 years, you should then be qualified to apply for citizenship. So it is a rumor that you can get a permanent resident status. No, it has not been confirmed as true. So rumor. Then second, and on the rumor is it is hard Malta really hard living in Malta. Malta is kind of a hard place, there's hardship and all this stuff. Not really. Not really. That's not really true. Yeah. The thing is, when I was talking about Ghanaians and Nigeria, would they really be talking about these things? Is the fact that if you're coming from a country like Nigeria and Ghana, you probably would have been built to accommodate to have faced this thing. There are some of us back home, like in Nigeria, doing construction work. Really, how tedious it is and the systems and all those stuff. And we struggle and we're not really getting good pay. Please, let me tell you one thing. You that have been this, energetic, strong, you entered Malta. You have that same strength, muscle to do construction work. Bro, you go there, enjoy. You are like one of the top earner in terms of the common jobs. Not talking of professional certificate kind of job. In terms of the common job, you are among the top earner. Construction. I will do a separate videos on that too. See, don't let anybody deceive you. Yes, in every country you find yourself, you would need, according to a professional analyst, you will at least need over a year or two to integrate fully into the system from where you're coming from. So don't expect to just jump in and the other thing will become so sweet off from the beginning. That is why it is advisable for you to enter legally so you will not have problem. It's not like kind of hard. Enter legally, you get God grace on you. Before you know it, you find something to do. As soon as you find a surviving job, I'm not even calling it a surviving job, a normal job, common jobs to do, like the tier 3, 4, 5 jobs to do, and you are stable on that job for at least 6 months, 4, 5, 6 months, you're already getting balance to 1 year. You are doing fine. Cost of living, the only thing that is choking up in terms of the cost of living in Malta is accommodation. Food are not really that expensive. If you are not that eating type, 70, 80, 90 to 100 euro a month can take care of your grocery feedings. And this is how these Indians are making it. What they do is, Indians and Nepalese and Filipinos, they are not interested in that kind of comfort, that lifestyles. Have my personal room and all that. They are ready to stay 4 or 5 people inside one room. Just give them their bed space and their small cupboard where they are paying 200 euro. And this kind of person is working up to 1,000 to 1,4, 1,2, 1,3, 1,4 to 1,6, 1,600 euro in a month, and he's paying rent of 200 euro. He's spending close to about 100 euro thereabout for grocery after whatever tax and all that, which cannot take more than 200 out of maybe 1,4. He's having 1,2 and he's spending 300 after that. These people really work to this. I've seen someone that is earning up to 1,6 and he's trying to make sure that he do not spend anything less than 400, 500 in a month out of it. So that's why he's taking best space. So he'll be able to save at least 1K every month. Bro, you're coming from a country like Africa where we have instability, rise and fall, stuff like that. And then you're able to work and see yourself focus on over 800 to 1,000 net savings after the whole of your expenses, which will definitely give you up to 1,000, 10,000 to 12,000 in a year. You are asking me if it is still hard to come to Romans first. Let's leave that. Can get administrative work. Not true. Like I mentioned this in one of my previous videos where someone was saying Malta is kind of this construction work. The reason behind those words or those kind of words flying around is they are trying to minimize or maximize, rather, utilize the small land they have. They are getting a lot of flow from foreigners or tourists coming to enjoy the weather, particularly the water, the beach. There you will see hotels around the beach. People are just diving in it, like close to where they will just, once the government has removed the mark of safe to swim from the water, you just see them diving into real water, swimming from the edge to the middle, coming in. That's just what they are coming here to enjoy, lodging the hotel. Enjoy. So everybody is trying to build either a restaurant, a bar, an hotel for these people So the only thing is any landlord now, owner of a property or not that wants to convert it to a leisure kind of. So construction is always going on and will continue to be because they want to give them this kind of. Then that is why the season of the inflow is you will see those activity coming. We'll do a video too on that. So that does not really mean you will not be able to get administrative job. I have a proof of someone who went to my school. She's graduated and now she is working in an accounting department after her graduation. Any nice figure, at least from what I heard, she's any nice figure, really nice figure. Up to it could be up to 3,000 euro in a month. Imagine that. You can get it, please. There are administrative jobs. If you have a work experience relating to it and maybe you get here to do this similar program after you're done with school and then you're ready to do full-time job, you can get administrative work. There, okay. And connecting to that in terms of the hardship and not that, maybe someone will say it might be hard for you to make it in Malta. Bro, that's not true. If you really are coming from a place where there are some people who are earning like 50, 60, 70 to 100K back home in Nigeria. Do you know what 1,000 euro is now, equivalent of that in my country, Nigeria? Do you know that people are actually working with their strength, stamina? They can earn up to 160,000 euro doing the same kind of surviving kind of job you call it back home. Security. I want to give you a good example. You cannot tell your girlfriend back home that you are a security person because, or you're a cleaner, a waiter in a bad person. So low class job, you will hide it because it's no level something. Bro or six. You cannot even come and just come in a job you want to do a security job. It's a very professional job that requires you to go to training and then you must be licensed by the police station here. And it takes 2 months for your license to come out. My friend, if you get into a security field here, you are like, it's a licensed kind of job. And you're luckily, most time you get it respected. And you're among those that can easily get the official minimum wage upward. So leave that. To say you cannot make it. I can, if you want us to discuss further, maybe I will do videos and tell you what you can actually achieve in Malta after 2 years of consistent, working as a full-time. If you really, maybe you're planning on going to UK or Canada, let me know in the comment section. Let's do a video. Let's both analyze it together. What you can do, how you go about it. Then after 2 years or so, and then you will see that you easily, conveniently achieve that dream of relocating to Canada or UK without having to lie about your statement or prove, or without having to run around borrow heavily from people. You will pay for the school fees 1 year and you will get your living expenses readily available in cash for 1 year. If you want us to discuss that together, let me know in the comment section. I will tell you exactly what I believe you can do to get it. And lastly is on the rumor, the get back money scheme is not working. That has not been confirmed. I believe it is still ongoing. So for now, it is rumor. You know what the get back money scheme is? It's like the arrangement with the government that when you get here on a study visa, if it is a 1 year or 2 years or 3 years program, as soon as you're done with the school, you integrate, you get a full-time job and work 2 years in Malta. The total money you paid for tuition for the program period, at the length of the program, you will get 70% back. It's in form of tax rebate. Like while you are working that 2 years, they're doing it like tax rebate for you, like gathering it. Then after 2 years, they will pay you 70% back. What this means is you paid 10,000 euro for 1 year program and you finish the program, you apply for your extension of 6 months, then you get a job within that process and you will start working. 2 years later, that's on the 3rd year, you now qualify to apply for the get back money schemes, which you will give you 70%. I believe 70% of 10,000 euro is 7,000. So you will get your 7,000 back after. So it will not be as if logically your school was more of like a scholarship or a very low tuition fee. If you can just stay back, maybe work 2 more years and after your school in Malta. For instance, you do a BSc of 3 years. After you're done with the 3 years program, you apply for, you get a full-time job, you work 2 years full-time, you get 70% back of the total money. Let's say 16,000, you get around 10,000, 11,000 euro back. And then you remember 3 years plus 2 years is 5 years. You see the double that you will get if you come in as a BSc holder. On the 6th year is when you're applying for the get back money scheme. When you get about 10,000 euro, you will still apply, become permanent resident holder. You will carry the 10,000 euro, use it to get one. You already been, driving, learning. Use it to buy a brand new, nice car, and then you enter the street of Malta. You start doing both. With the money you were supposed to have used to pay for school fees, you get it back to buy car and become both. Now you're also a permanent resident holder. No employer will be asking you for a long story to employ you. You can work full time. You can work without. You don't need work permit to work. You don't need to start telling them government to give you the license to work. Anybody will be willing to help employ you because you're a permanent resident holder. That is when you not get all those top big job. Employer know that they don't have to go through headache, all those of explaining reasons to government. The rules is citizen or permanent residents, and which you are those people they are reserving the job for. You will get the job. And another thing is, as a permanent residence holder, it gives you that liberty to also work in other European countries even without work permit. So I'm going to end the video here. I know it's long enough, but this is the beginning of the series I want to do called Let Us Discuss. So this series, it might be taking, the length of the video might be long because it's a discussion series. I will just come up with a topic. It will be as if you and I are discussing while I'm explaining it. I know, like I will pretend you're on the other side, you are listening to me, and your feedback will be, your response will not be what you're dropping in the comment section. So please bear with me because it's going to be really like a true discussion. So if you're not the type that really like talk discussion, maybe you might not be part of the the set of this Let's Discuss series. I want to do this. I want to see how many videos I will do on Let's Discuss. I'll come up with a topic and I'll begin to tell you everything I found out about that topic and what you're going to benefit from the topic. This is the essence of this Let's Discuss series. Thank you for watching all to this very point, and I'm going to say I appreciate all what you're doing. Please subscribe, share, like my videos, and until we meet in my next video, I'll say bye for now.